So this just came in the mail that I had ordered from Hot Topic, and it was on back order. I have two things from back order. Well, one I ordered, I guess, on a pre-release, and one is the back order, which is this one. Oh, okay. We have an advertisement. And I thought it would just be right here, but I guess we have another box. This is smaller than I thought it would be. You can see it says Funko. No, it's not. I don't know why I thought the box holding it would be bigger. They just put it really tight against it, which is good. So this is the Dustin Hot Topic version. In this one, he's wearing a different shirt. And he's got nothing in his hands. He's holding a walkie-talkie in the regular version. Oh, let me see. Maybe they show the regular one on the back. See, here's the regular one. He's got his little Hellfire Club shirt on. And he's got his walkie-talkie. And then here he's got his different shirt on. And he's got nothing. So there's different Dustins. My one from GameStop is holding a big D20 dice in his hand. And then this one is the other one. I don't think there's another one. I'll have to check, but I think I have all the Dustins now. Because I've had to order them like on back order and stuff. But yeah, anyway. I'll talk to you guys later.
Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? So welcome to day 6th of Vlogtober. Sorry, I am pretty tired. I just got home 2 hours later than usual from work tonight because of some equipment malfunction. And we ended up with this much standing water that we had to basically work in for a while. It was not fun. When I have told you guys that my place of employment does not like me to discuss their name and the fact that I'm employed with them, I'm pretty sure it's because of nights like tonight. Because I have not a lot of nice things to say. I'm very, well, let's just say I'm very much looking forward to the day when I can make, crocheting and YouTubing and, pattern making my job. So I really need to, get on with that, right? It's been such a stressful night. But you know what? Again, I'm here with you guys. I'm home. I'm off tomorrow. Those are all great things to be grateful and happy for, right? It's just kind of like I talked about in my gratitude video, like it's like I have this big wall of negativity, but like there are small things to start being happy and grateful about, and I can start building that up. It's a process, but yeah, I got this. And you know, once I do get to sleep, tomorrow is going to be amazing because I will not be at work. It'll be wonderful. I'll get lots of crocheting done. I already know it. So, so that being said, hi, how's your day been? Hopefully you are not in inches of standing water on purpose if you didn't want to be. Oh, it's been quite the day. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else really to like talk about. Like that happened, and that's what the day was, you know. I didn't get any exciting mail. I didn't get a lot of crocheting done. I've been taking, to work with me, I've been taking, if you guys were around for my Vlogust videos, early in August, a guy that I work with at work, a little guy named Cameron, it was his birthday. Some of you guys said happy birthday to him, so that was really nice of you. But he asked me for a winter hat, and he wants some fingerless gloves to go with it. So I told him I could whip that up. Which it doesn't take me that long, except for the fact that I don't get enough time to work on things like that at the moment. Like, I could probably get the hat done tomorrow, but I do have to get some more of my movie marquee blanket done that I have been putting off. Not putting it off for any bad reason, just been doing some other things. So I have some catching up to do tomorrow, or today as you guys are watching this, because technically Thursday would be the 6th, right? But anyway, I have chapped lips, so I just put some Carmex on. It's like yeah, so let's just get to the featured things, I suppose. You know, I've been opening up these little grabby claw type prizes. They're in these little like capsules. Like, I'll show you one. They're in these little capsules. I'll put that back in there in case that's not the one we want for today. They have, this was the Universal Monsters, but they have Gremlins and Halloween, which are the ones I know that I'll be picking up. And they also had like, I don't know, maybe like 3 other ones or something. I can't remember what those are, but it's basically just like a 9 or a 10 pack of a 9 pack of these little things that you would get like if you had like the quarter or the 50-cent machines. Like the first day I got this Frankenstein keychain, and the second day I got this mummy magnet, and then the third day, yesterday, I got this it's a sticker, but it's the Wolfman howling at the moon. So yeah, I just thought we'd open this, and oh no, I almost lost him, but I didn't. This one was trying to escape, so I think we're going to open this one. But yeah, I just thought it'd be something fun to open until I get to open the advent calendar that I showed you guys yesterday that I did receive, and Courtney's 13 days of Halloween gift exchange that we have to do. I'm still waiting for a few of her gifts to get here too that I ordered from Amazon, so I can send them out. So hopefully both of ours are on time. Anyway, here is this little thing. So it's just like if you, like I said, if you get a little prize from a machine. Let's see what's in it. Ooh, I think I see a bracelet. I do. I'm going to have to trim it because it's a Dracula bracelet, that is awesome. Look at the bats. I'll be wearing that. You know, I do like my wrist jewelry, and that will definitely fit me. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like, it was like miscut right here. So I'll just have to trim that up. And then, yeah, I will be wearing this. That's awesome. I'm super happy with that. I don't know if these scissors are sharp enough. It's like, where does it start? I only had to start it too, you guys, look. If I was even on camera with it. Oh no, I spoke too soon. Well, I got a good part of it off, just I snipped a little edge of it and then started pulling. Then it got caught up again. I think I might actually have to cut this part, because this part seems to be thicker. Like the bracelet must have just missed like the mold or something. But still, obviously easy. Yeah, easy fix. So there's that. Oh, no more miscut bracelet. And slide that on. Oh, I love it. Dracula. I love that. I'll have to figure out how on my wrist it's going to sit because I never take this off. This was a gift also from one of you lovelies, and I never take it off. I'll be very sad the day something happens to it. And these are my Fozzie bracelets. So Dracula will probably sit right about there. How cool is that? And they've been, I don't know if the whole pack is going to be different. I know we've got like the Creature from the Black Lagoon and the Bride of Frankenstein, but I can't think of what other Universal monsters. We've got the Wolfman, the Mummy, and then Frankenstein. Like, I don't know if maybe the Hunchback of Notre Dame, like the old one, maybe that would be in there. I think that was a Universal monster, wasn't it? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I am very happy. This was a very good purchase, in my opinion. Even just between the Dracula bracelet and the Frankenstein keychain. But, like, I love the magnet and I love the sticker also. Little things make me happy, I swear, you guys. It's just little things. So look, the night's better already. Oh, moving forward. You know what part is coming next if you have been around the channel any amount of time, but this is my Stranger Things, one of my Stranger Things made notebooks it was like a composition notebook that was made for me. And I am using it for like channel ideas and different things. This one is holding my Stranger Things theories and predictions. I have a list of 31 of them in here. And I've been reading one a night and basically like giving you my like viewpoint on it. And whether like I believe it, whether I don't believe it, what, you know, talking about it, like what circumstances or whatever are coming from it, or it's been brought up from, or whatever. And opening the flow of conversation, hopefully, because you guys have been commenting down below, like your thoughts on it or like your contribution to ideas to it. And I love reading every single one of them. I love it. Like yesterday's was an odd one. Yesterday's was the Karen Wheeler one, being Victor Creel's daughter. Some of them are going to be a little odd. They're ones that I have found like around the internet too, not just like my own. So I am going, I'm going to drop this. I'm going to, and then I've just been, you know, crossing them off as we go, as I pick them, so I don't say the wrong thing here. Or say it over again, I should say. I guess that's the wrong thing, but close enough. So let's pick one. And some of them are just like discussions for, like topics for discussion. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is what I think. What do you guys think? And that kind of thing. Let's do... Okay, I do like this one, so let's do this one. I mean, I kind of like all of them to some degree, or at least most of them. So this one is Dr. Brenner. You're familiar with him. He was the villain of season 1. He's back in season 4. Dr. Brenner has powers of his own, possibly regeneration, ? And he is alive. So it's like a 2 to 3 parter, right? Let me mark this off, and then, so I can't apparently draw a line and talk very well. Okay, so I like this theory. I suppose you could consider it like, yes, Henry was 1. So he was the first of the test subjects, but was Brenner creating this program and so invested in this program because he already had powers, maybe, or figured out how to put some powers in, like transfer powers, which that's interesting in its own, because I talked the other day when we were talking about Kali, I talked about one theory being like Henry/1/Vecna has all these different powers that Kali seems to have some of, and 11 seems to have some of, and all the groups, or all the kids in the group that 11 was with, all had like similar powers to 11, right? So maybe the idea was then that we were talking about was maybe like some of Henry's powers got kind of transferred into the experiment kids, the numbered kids. And they were divided up as to how they progressed, like which powers they got or whatever. So it would make sense in that aspect if Brenner figured out how to almost like inject one, take some of his power and inject it into somebody else. Maybe he tried doing that to himself. But I like the thought that maybe he had these special powers of his own, and that's what has caused him, almost like, it almost makes him like Xavier in the X-Men, right? Like Xavier is this mutant. He has his own mutant abilities, but because he knows he's different, he's been like persecuted and everything for his lifetime. He has this school where he like saves and teaches like other mutants, and it's like a sanctuary for mutants and everything. And none of that would have happened if Xavier didn't have powers of his own, and if Xavier wasn't sympathetic or apathetic, whichever the one. If he wasn't considerate because of his own, like, I don't want to call them issues, because having the powers is pretty awesome, but his own struggles because of having them. Maybe Brenner had this power and he wanted to do the experiments and find other people and try to transfer the powers and anything else that his actual program did, because of his interest being vested in it, that he had his own powers already. And he's just been keeping that little tidbit like kind of to himself or like under wraps. And that would make sense not to go advertising it, because I mean, he's basically at one stage or another, he's basically treating these kids, these numbered kids, like lab rats, right? Well, why would Brenner want to himself become lead lab rat, right? He wouldn't want it getting out that he's got power also. And if he had power and thus created a program to study the powers, that leaves room for maybe his powers aren't the exact same as the other kids, as Henry's, as whoever else. For that reason, they were his own. He was his own before he started this program. If he maybe he does have powers into, like, say that's where we're going. I think it's very possible that his powers are like basically regeneration, because or something similar to that, I guess. Like maybe he has 9 lives. I don't know. But in season 1, what we saw was him in the hallway and the Demogorgon pouncing and attacking, and you did see the Demogorgon like towards him, and they both just kind of fell out of frame, and it moved on to like Elle and the kids or whatever, and like them trying to make a getaway. But as of season 1, we all just assumed Brenner was gone, right? This guy's got to be a goner. Nobody's gone against the Demogorgon and lived to tell the tale. And for season 2 and 3, we didn't hear anything about him, with the exception of in season 2, when Kali took Elle to the other, like the new place to try to kill the one worker guy, he said that Brenner was alive and that he would try to take them to him and everything if he was basically trying to bargain for his life. It would make sense. Like, I don't know. Obviously, they would have kept in touch then, but like maybe Brenner had lived. Well, he did, obviously. He lived. But I'm saying, like, maybe he had lived and, like, was barely alive and let people think he was dead because he was recuperating. But he was regenerating from the Demogorgon basically killing him, right? And I imagine it probably takes quite a while to regenerate from basically death. And so he was laying low for season 3 then. And I don't think there was any hint during that season that I can remember that he might be alive. But then obviously season 4 started out with him. Yes, it was in the past, but it started out with him. And we never figured out, like, did he have some great story of the Demogorgon pouncing and him grabbing it by the jaws like lumberjack style? We don't know. We don't know. Nothing was ever explained at all. Nobody said like, hey, you were dead. Where did you come from? Or, you know, and made him answer the question. Nothing. So it's possible that he has regeneration powers. He had like a scar going across his face, and that would have been the trophy from the Demogorgon's petaled mouth being like, you know. And how do you come back from that? So if he did have the superpowers and if he could like regenerate and stuff or heal himself or, you know, same thing, I guess. When we all saw in season 4, and yes, some of us ugly cried like crazy because some of us do really A, appreciate a good villain, and B, super love Brenner. While we were ugly crying and watching him die, and then that like scene with Elle at the end, and then they're gone, Elle and the rest just take off and leave him, you know, and you just assume that he slumps and he's dead. But we don't know this. We don't know it. And if he came back from a Demogorgon essentially killing him, could he come back? Could he maybe be left for dead and come back again? Time will tell. So, like, will he be in season 5? I don't know. Do you guys think that any of that is possible? Do you think that maybe he has some superpower of his own? And if so, do you think it could be regeneration? Or does anything else stand out to you that it could be? And do you think that he is still alive? Even if it's more like Voldemort waiting in the shadows, staying alive off unicorn blood and waiting for his time. Like, who knows what form Brenner would take if that were going on, but probably not drinking unicorn blood. But do you think he could still show up in season 5? I mean, not like flashbacks, but like Brenner? I think it's possible. This is another situation where I might be ruled by my emotion because I really do love the character. Like I love Dr. Brenner. I think he's pretty great. Even when he does terrible things, he still does great things for the show, in my opinion. And I always loved a good villain anyway. But I leave that to you now. What do you think? Discuss amongst yourselves. The last thing that I have as far as my talky part goes for the day, and this is usually what makes the video super long, especially when paired with my Stranger Things ranting, is I have a creepy story time. Sometimes it is, well, you've seen now. Sometimes it's like some of my own real life like experiences. Sometimes like I did talk about a true crime kind of case, like a serial killer, which we talked about Ed Gein. I talked about the legend of Baba Yaga last night, or Yaga, however you pronounce her. I know some of you guys said you had not heard of her, so you were going to look into her. And yeah, she's kind of terrifying in her own way, interesting in her own way too. And some of you had heard of her from other like movies and stuff, so that I hadn't seen her in. So good things, yeah. So in the effort to keep this short so I don't have all crazy long videos for Vlogtober, and because I'm real tired from work tonight, when I had planned to come home, and I was telling them today, I was like, I'm getting some at least like stitch tutorials done tonight. I'm doing my regular Vlogtober video. I'm gonna get a couple more, like I want to do the Halloween tag video tonight. I want to get this and this done, and I'm very tired. We'll see how many I end up getting done tonight. Perhaps tomorrow. I don't want to procrastinate though. I want to get them done. We'll see. It will be soon and coming up and stuff, but we'll see what gets done tonight. Anyway, what I thought I would tell you in an effort to keep things shorter tonight is another real life experience, but it's not mine. This is my friend Joe's. He actually was at work with me tonight when I was I was like, I'm here so late tonight. I have to try to plan out and figure my video out, like what I'm going to talk about. So I was trying to talk to him about like segments, you know, like what to do. And we went over like quite a few like really interesting things, but they were all things that I was like, I would want to do like a longer talk about this to do this justice. I would want to, like he brought up maybe to the Salem witch trials. I couldn't cover the Salem witch trials without it being a long video, because to me, it would be an injustice to not talk about all the things that were put upon these poor people, and not remember them the proper way. You know what I'm saying? Like with the Ed Gein video the other night, when it was super long, I couldn't just go through some things and skip over them. I just didn't feel like it was giving you the whole story, you know? But for my friend Joe, so he's the one that owns the comic book store that I told you guys about before. And he was at his shop one night alone, and he had this like creepy feeling come over him, and all of a sudden, like there was this woof noise, and he said that he had some really thick like graphic novels, and they had been standing up like not like standing up open like this on a shelf, like where it would be easy to, they were thick, but they were all standing up, like lined up in a shelf, you know? And so there wasn't really room to like fall or be knocked over, and they were heavy, so they weren't likely to do that anyway. And he said he was standing perfectly still and just whoop. So that freaked him out. Now, not needless to say, that wasn't like the ghost story part, but it freaked him out really bad. And I guess he couldn't stop thinking about it really. And he went home thinking about it. And he was FaceTiming or video chatting, whatever, in some way with his girlfriend. And he said like she was at his like table or whatever, like on his phone. Yes.
Hello. What did the ocean say to the mountain?
What did the ocean say to the mountain?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Nothing. He waved.
Nothing. He waved. Did you guys hear that? Thanks, Damon. Anyway, so what was I? So he was talking to his girlfriend. He was video conferencing her, and he had his TV on, and he had it paused because it was like on a TiVo type of thing, you know, or DVR or whatever kind of thing or whatever. And so it was paused. And he said it unpaused on a different channel. So that made him think about, that was like weird to him, and he felt creeped out, and it made him think about the stuff that happened at his store. And then he paused it again, and he started to, like, he told his girlfriend about it, and she was like creeped out. And then his TV unpaused again, and the volume was up higher than it had been all night, because he lives in an apartment. He's not going to keep the volume up super high. But the volume was up super high, and so he'd pause it again, and that kept happening. And then when he did let his girlfriend go, or she fell asleep on him or whatever, the call ended for whatever reason. His battery died, I don't know. He tried to put it out of his mind and forget about it. And then from the direction of like his window, like where his air conditioner was, he said it sounded like something was clawing at the window or the air conditioner, like right there at the metal, clawing at it. So he got really freaked out. And he ended up staying awake and just staying up until daylight, because, you know, everybody feels much safer in this daylight hours, I suppose. And that went on, I think, for another day, or at least during that day, like him getting freaked out. And he ended up actually texting me and asking me if I had any sage, because he wanted to sage his apartment. And I ended up giving him the sage. I ended up giving him some protection salt. And he took it, and like I told him the proper way to sage. And so he went and did that and salted everything at his place, like the entrances and stuff. And he has not had a reoccurrence since, and he feels much safer. And yeah, so I don't know, there's just some creepy like thing going on, which some people do believe that spirits and things like that can be, it doesn't necessarily mean like his comic shop is haunted. It could have been an item or something that it was hanging on to, or his home. So you never know. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of creepy to hear him. I remember the night when I gave him the sage, like he came over just to get it and everything, and we were talking about it, and he was genuinely scared. So that kept it much shorter to just go over my friend's real life encounter. But that was it. Yeah, so I will actually cut it pretty short now then and let you guys go, because I'm actually going to get this edited and uploaded, and make some food for tonight, and then we'll see how much longer I stay awake. But all right, thank you for joining me. I will have more stuff tomorrow, of course, and yeah, I will talk to you very soon. So I love you guys. Bye.